Here's what your avoidant ex will never tell you. They don't actually want you to disappear during no contact. They want something far more complex, far more contradictory, and far more revealing about their deepest fears. They want you to wait, but not obviously. They want you to miss them, but not desperately. They want you to think about them, but not obsessively. They want you to be there, but not available. They want you to care, but not need them. Confusing? Absolutely. But this contradiction reveals everything about how an avoidance mind works during separation. What they secretly hope for is that you'll become the secure, emotionally regulated person they were too scared to appreciate when they had you. They want to see you thriving, growing, becoming even more attractive, but still somehow reserved for them when they're ready to return. They're watching your social media, checking in with mutual friends, driving by places they might see you. Not because they want to reconnect immediately, but because they're monitoring whether you're proving their fears right or wrong about relationships. Here's their secret test. Will you become the anxious, needy person they convinced themselves you were? Will you blow up their phone, beg for explanations, post cryptic messages about heartbreak? If you do, they'll feel vindicated in their decision to leave. See, they'll think, I was right to run. They were too clingy. But if you don't, if you handle their absence with grace, dignity, and strength, something shifts in their perception of you. Suddenly, you're not the threat to their independence they thought you were. You're the secure person they wish they could be. What they desperately want during no contact is evidence that loving them didn't destroy you. They need to see that you're whole without them, that your happiness isn't dependent on their presence, that you can handle their emotional walls without falling apart. This isn't because they're cruel, it's because they're terrified. They left because they felt suffocated by the intensity of connection, overwhelmed by how much they needed you. Your strength during their absence proves that needing someone doesn't have to mean losing yourself. They want you to date other people, but not seriously. They want you to have fun, but not too much fun. They want you to move forward, but not move on. They want you to heal from their abandonment while somehow still being available for their return. Most painfully, they want you to become the version of yourself that could handle their avoidance without taking it personally. They want you to develop the emotional security that would make them feel safe to love you without fear. But here's the twist. By the time you become that person, secure, independent, emotionally regulated, you might not want them back anymore. You might realize that someone who needs you to become perfect before they can love you imperfectly was never worth waiting for.